This is Emmanuel, and in just 3 weeks, he found the deal of a lifetime, negotiated an offer, got it accepted, found the EMD from a third party, me, and then found the buyer to sell it. Now, how did he do all of that? He's a member of the Flip Flop Flipper Apex community. And inside of Apex, he was able to find the buyer who's an operator. He was able to find someone who wanted to put up the money, and he's got the deal of a lifetime done, and is going to make $40,000 on his very first deal. So if that sounds good to you, and you want to be like Emmanuel, comment Apex, and I'll send you the link.
What's
Hey guys,
welcome to the Tuesday night Shark Tank. Robert is in the flip flop mobile in the middle of Florida somewhere with no battery, so he will not.
he was out at the doctor's. He's going to try and come in, guys, but we're not sure if he'll make it. But we're ready to go. We're going to do some live deal analysis. You guys already saw Bill. I brought him up on the stage on accident, but Bill's going to bring a deal for us to go over. Adon, I've got it pulled up on my end if you want me to share screen.
Yeah.
Before we get going, though,
I also see it here. So guys, Apex 2.0 is coming next year. It's going to be pretty awesome. McKenna's working really hard on it.
if you're already a part of Apex, you get everything in Apex 2.0. You don't have to do anything to change. If you're not in Apex, that's okay. Join now, and you still get everything in 2.0. But come January 1st, the price is going up. Apex 2.0, it's going to be good. I'm excited about it. I don't want to give away yet, but we're going to be doing demos. We'll be doing some ads for it. You guys will get more information as we get closer to the new year.
So from now on, if you're in Apex and you're in our WhatsApp chat and also in the community, we have the link there for the submission form for every Tuesday. Like the one Bill submitted here, we have his deal right in front of us, and we'll be able to go through the numbers quick and get to the point. The fastest you'll ever see in all 33 lives. So without saying much more, let's just jump into it.
All right. Bill, how's it going, man?
Without saying much more, let's just jump into it.
Hey, right. Bill, I think we're getting some feedback.
All right.
Saying much more, let's just jump into it.
Hey, Bill, I think we're getting some feedback.
All right.
Hey, Bill, you need to close YouTube. I don't know if you're on your computer, Bill, but you got to close it on your computer or wherever the.
I'm sorry.
At least we got the
All
deal.
right, that better.
Yeah, I think it is.
Hello.
Hey, Bill, can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you. Hey, Bill, can you turn the sound up on your phone?
Fuck. So, guys, we have the deal now.
This new process was going to help with the tech issues.
Somehow we'll get better at the technical issues we keep having. Fuck, I thought we were so close.
I thought, man, we've got all the numbers. We've got the photos. They don't have to share screens anymore, guys. If you're watching this, Shark Tank is about to get a lot more robust with the technical stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, you're always bringing on guests. So DJ Hunk says, first rule of Fight Club. I love it. Don't talk about Fight Club. Don't talk about it. Oh, man.
Do you have the photos on your side? I keep trying to.
I do, yeah. I've got them here. Well,
right.
One of them sideways. Let me see if I can rotate it.
All right. Well, while we go through it and Bill gets hopefully back in here, I know a little bit about the deal because on our Friday coffee hour, he talked about it. And I mean, I guess you could show it. It's 3 units currently. Bill believes he can make it 6 units, and he is purchasing it for here $50,000. I think 45 grand.
It's a heck of a building for 45 grand. This one?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's big unit. It's in the middle of nowhere, America, but
Yeah,
it's
that looks like the Midwest, doesn't it?
yeah, that's where he's buying it. And this is his second deal, guys. I want to say something about this. He bought his first deal from Robert in Jacksonville. He lives in Florida, and he spotted a deal all the way across country and is going after it. And so he's buying it for 45. He thinks the ARV is 190. So if we do our little formula here, minus the 50, he's buying it at half of what purchase price should be. And he believes he can put more units in there. And his long-term plan is to renovate it and rent it. So he's getting a deal.
How much is he buying it for, you said?
45,000.
45,000. And what was the reno amount?
50,000.
And that includes putting in a new unit or no? Probably not, right?
I think, well, he, according to him, the 50 does everything. So it puts the new roof on it and adds the extra 3 units he wants to add in.
Wow.
And he's also, and he has a construction background, so he knows how to do most of this work as well.
Yep. And what is the rental amount? Do you know, per unit? This would be a question for Bill, guys, but he's popping
Bill
in.
would show up.
Issues.
Fuck it. I think he said something along the lines last week. I think it was Section 8. I think he could get more than $800 a unit or something like that. So I mean, shit.
Yeah. So if he could get 800 a unit, let me.
Even with the 3 units that are there now.
Yeah. So let's say he doesn't add any units. He's getting 800 a unit.
Yeah, it was 2,400
times 3 times 12. Now you're going to have an expense ratio on that, guys. You're going to have management fees because he's not in state, so he's going to want someone local. He's going to have repairs. He's going to have taxes. He won't have debt service, it sounds like, because he's going to pay cash or get equity investors. What's up, Mike? I see you there in the chat. So his expense ratio is 10% for management, and then another, call it 10%, I think seems fair for maintenance and taxes.
Yeah.
So we'll put this at 80%. That means he'd be netting on what's already there, $23,000 a year on a $95,000 investment. That's a 24% return. And that's before, and guys, that 95, he's saying that he's going to add more units that are also ready for 800 each. So I think the floor on his deal right now is 24% a year. That's a hell of a lot better than the stock market, that's for sure. And then depending on if the reno's correct. Bill, is that you?
That's Bill.
Bill, come back into the StreamYard, man.
I'm back.
Come back.
But this is great, guys.
Cammy, and she can give you some technical help.
Well, but this is great, guys, because we have this deal and we can go through it while he comes back in and we can get the questions answered. But
that's right.
I agree. That's just fucking, it's a nice deal.
And you know what's nice about something like this for 95,000? You could run all these same numbers. Let's say it cost 950,000 and you're bringing in 230,000 a year. I am less excited about that deal at 10x the size because of the actual amount of capital that is locked up. To me, $95,000 is a lot of money. $1 million is a ton of money. It is ridiculous amount of money to have locked up in a rental for years and years and years. Now, you do get your cash out in the same timeline. You know, it for me, it's just a perspective shift. If you're Elon Musk, he doesn't care if he locks up $1 million for a year or 3 years. It's fine. But when you're not Elon Musk, when you're not a 100 millionaire, it's much easier to get into a deal like this with a 24% return that's going to appreciate as well than it is to do a bigger deal with the same numbers. I find it's easier to do a flip with the bigger numbers.
And the advantage of this is having this in the States, you have so many open products to you. You have the SCR, you can refinance, you could definitely pull out that 95,000 and a little bit more, get your money back and go into the next deal and not have a tax problem. And then have the tenants pay it off. So I really like it. Really, really like it. And if Bill doesn't come back, we're just gonna move on. So that's about it. Are you gonna present the deal today?
No, well, Robert's supposed to, and then he's having medical/car issues. So, I was working on his deal with him, but he's the fact man on that one. I'm not up to speed on it.
Willie asked.
This one is located. I've got it here, Willie. Let me find it.
705 Green Lane. And I think
he has it in Vermont. Is that right? No, that's the wrong property.
Is it Ohio? It was out there. He told me the place, and I'm like, man, you're really just buying stuff anywhere. That's awesome. Nancy says, nice deal, while McKenna's looking for that. Luis asks, how do you find that deal? I want the story. So do we. Nice deal.
It is Ohio.
Yeah.
And it's an off-market deal, it looks like, too.
Yeah, I think he got – I believe he got a cold calling.
Did he really?
Yeah, because Bill is looking for seller finance deals, and somehow he's locking into these distressed things. It's just going after it. So that guy,
did he get seller financing on this?
I don't remember. I think he's paying cash for it, but I mean, fuck, 45 grand, and his purchase price really should be at 80 if you follow the rules. He could probably wholesale this thing right now. Forward.
That's an interesting question that we can analyze while we wait for Bill to get back in here. And guys, if you just tuned in, Bill was here. He's having some technical issues. He should be coming back.
And I would say if all 29 people like this video, Bill might magically appear.
Bill might come back. So I'm going to share my screen here again. I'm pull up the calculator. If we're looking at share. So if you can buy this thing, you're all in at 95,000. You're making your 23,000 roughly a year. How long does that take you to get your 95,000 back? Well, you take 95 divided by 23,000. Takes you 4.1 years. Call it 4.5 years to get your investment back. And then you own something where you have no money in it. You're still collecting rent. You're still collecting appreciation. That's a great asset. You're going to be up, in 4.5 years' time, you're up $100,000, $110,000, something like that. Let's say instead of buying it, Bill decided to wholesale it. Do you think he could get like 65 for it, Adon? What do you think's fair?
I think if it were me, I'd push all the way to 80.
You'd go all the way to 80. So let's say he did. Bill gets it for 45. He sells it for 80 today. So he could make 35,000 in one day with very little, probably $500 out of pocket. Or he could make 100 and as long as he owns it, it changes. But if he was going to make 35,000 owning this, it would take him a little over a year. I think that there's something to be said about making the money now and then doing something else with it. But you got to pay taxes on it. So I don't know. Let's say the government takes 30%. Now you're left with 25,000. What's a fair return? If you put it in the stock market, you're making 8%. That's $2,000. I don't know. That's not that great, but you get to live. You get to go buy something else. I could go either way with this deal. And I think if you're watching this and you're like, well, what should he do? It really depends on his situation. If Bill has a decent amount of cash in the bank, it's probably better to own the appreciating asset, the cash flowing rental. It's going to bring him, money for the rest of his life. Or if he's watching this and maybe, you're watching this and you're like, I'm a young guy, I've got a couple of dollars and a cat to my name. Well, it might be good for you to go and get the $35,000 because then you're able to do more deals. You have a little bit of liquidity and you're able to eat. So it really depends on your situation. Mike here in the comments says, my old ass retirement account wants this. Go long-term tax-free. I love that, man. Yeah, you put this in a Roth IRA out in Ohio. That's perfect.
Yeah. It's like you said, it's all according to your situation at hand. Bill wants to build long-term wealth through real estate. That's why he purchased the thing in Jacksonville with seller finance. He's purchasing this, and he's trying to build that monthly cash flow up. That's what he's going after. He doesn't seem like he's in need of having to have like that quick money to like live life. He's okay with getting a monthly check, doing the work. And like I said, dude, you season that thing for how long do you have to season a long-term rental play like that in America to go refinance? 6 months?
Yeah, a year might be better, but you probably could in 6 months get someone to lend you on it.
So in the year you improve the property, you get the highest and best rents you can. And then now you have an asset that's going to pay for itself and you get your money out. What's the 70? Let's say they appraise it at 200,000. It's not going to be that if he does the 6 units, but let's just say it's that, and he gets what, about 70% of that. So he gets 140,000.
Even if you call it 65, yeah.
I mean, tax free. It's like shit.
Yep.
I'd wait that year.
Let's do it off the cash flow. Just on the 3 units, he's bringing in the 22,000 a year. If you value that on I think these things, if they're nice cash flowing, stabilized rentals in Ohio, I believe they trade somewhere between a 6 and a 10 cap. So I'm going to call it an 8 cap. MJ, I know you're watching. What do you think? Do they trade at a 6 cap, a 10 cap? I'm thinking they traded an 8 cap. Anyways, so let's divide it by 0.8. So that gives it 22,000, and 8 cap would be $275,000 valuation on this. Maybe that's a bit ambitious for Ohio. I really don't know the market, guys. It feels
unit. I mean,
it
that's
feels high, but yeah, if it's 6 units and you're bringing in a ton of money, I mean, if you can double the units and you go from 22,000 in profit to 44,000 in profit, geez. I mean,
so he thinks the ARV as is 190.
Yeah. So maybe the 275 is right then on a cash flowing 3 unit. And then he gets 65% of that in 12 months. So he could be all in for 95 today and then go get all of the money out plus another 80 grand on top. Man, that is good. Bill says, I'm back in StreamYard. Can you let me in? Bill, if you're in StreamYard, you just got to keep clicking yes. There's no waiting room.
Just hit yes.
Just come on in.
And you had the building pulled up. Can you see comps around there?
Yeah, let's see what we got. I'll share my screen again. It's I might have to pull up prop stream. I think Ohio is not super data friendly. Oh, never mind. Look at this. See exactly where it is on the map. Let me put it here, get the pen, and then that way we can zoom in on the neighborhood. It's in the middle of town. Look at that. This is a downtown apartment building right near Weber and St. Clair. So if we come here, we see Weber Way, St. Clair. So this, man, there was a sale here, 2-1 for $6,000.
Wow.
Ohio is crazy, man.
Have to go to Ohio.
25,000, 27,000. I was looking at these. I was up in Ohio, not in this city, but I was looking at these $25,000 houses.
Mm-hmm.
It's They're all just in such disrepair. It's pretty tough.
This one doesn't look that bad.
This seems livable.
They keep saying there's an affordability crisis, but it seems like people can afford this.
You know where there's an affordability crisis? It's where people want to live.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the issue. No one wants to live here in East Liverpool, Ohio. Let's see where the nearest big city is. Pittsburgh.
Doesn't look that far.
I was in Steubenville, so I really was looking at these deals, man. I was not far at all looking at houses just like this. I mean, I would buy them for $15,000, $21,000. You can get this house for $21,000. I mean, that seems crazy.
Like, that seems the place. So I recently went to look at a beachfront property, and it was in a town that's just like, you could tell it could be something. Properties are pretty cheap around there. If I was in Ohio, in this little town right here, I would probably try to buy as much as I can. It's just rent it all out. And then either the market turns or you just refinance out and just take all the money you can out of it. Isn't that what Louisiana that Louisiana deal we're looking at did?
So I was under contract and I almost purchased 40 houses in Louisiana. Similar houses, similar price points. And my play was I was going to sell or finance them onto the next owner. But I think the play worked as well. If you just wanted to own those things as 40 rental units, you're into each unit for, I think my average purchase price was $21,000, $22,000. And the rents were not that low. They were $700, $800, $900. So you're able to get all of your money back in under 3 years on things like that. They're pretty good assets. There's a lot of maintenance that these little funky $20,000 houses have. So I think that can be a little tricky. You know what I am seeing here though too, man? I don't think anything is going for 200,000. I would question. And the reason I think he got 200,000 is he saw these comps up here that were 200,000 because these are similar sizes and these are nice. I would imagine that this downtown area is really pretty bad, and that's why you're seeing these low numbers.
There's a 200 there. There's one there.
Let me see. Where is it?
Right there. Mouse, keep going down.
That's $200.
No shit.
I don't know. Right, probably just a quick clean feed. Yeah.
Goes back. We can ask
Look at that. Miracle. It's over, right?
Yeah. I think we ripped into your deal as much as we can.
Yeah. So, hey, Bill, are you listening to us on YouTube? Can you turn up the volume on your phone?
That's what I'm trying to shut it down now. Excuse me. I was trying to get into both places. I couldn't comment over there either.
Watch out.
All right. Was that better?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Right.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. If you can hear me, all right?
Yes, sir. So Bill, we like the rental numbers on your unit.
Yeah, I heard what you were saying there, but and I'm not arguing. I'm just going over what was told to me from there, and they're more in the $1,100 or $1,200 a month, even for probably $1,000 a month for the three, because this is the second floor. The first floor though would probably go in the 12s, where the other three are. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stopped because I didn't know. Yeah, but the actually the three that are upstairs are just not that heavy a renovation, and they could be rented. The guy told me there who is good friends with the HUD people there. said $1,000 to $1,200 a month for the upstairs and at least 12 to 13 on the bottom three.
I would think that seems high.
Yeah, but could be. But even like you said, if it's, I was taking it at 1,000 a month for the three that's there. It cash flows and pays for itself without the other renovations.
Is this a seller finance deal or are you doing cash?
No, it's seller finance. It's triple nickel, 5,000 down, 5% for 5 years.
Well, that seems interesting. Bill,
Yeah.
do you think you could buy it for 5,000 down and rent it as is, or does it need the repairs?
No, it definitely needs at least a repair from the roof situation, and there's some reno in the apartments.
Okay.
I was discussing, and what I talked to Adon about too was maybe just going in and I think with my own money I could renovate the three and fix the roof and
What,
start cash flowing them there, and then add the other three underneath.
What are your payments on the 5,000 on the 5%?
Less than 600, 580, I think.
Jeez, man, I wonder, can you buy it, fix it? So you put the 5,000 down, you put another, and do minimum renovations to where it's nice, it's move-in ready, but it's not, you're not going overboard. Can you then lease option your rentable building and say, hey, I'm gonna sell this to you. You're gonna live in one unit. You're gonna rent these other 2 units out. They're gonna pay your mortgage, and you can arbitrage that mortgage. You get them to give you 10,000 down, plus they're making payments to you of like 1,200 a month, something like that. And then you don't have the liability of the maintenance. You're just collecting checks and getting your cash out. And I would need to do the math on that, Bill, of what's the optimal amount. But I'm wondering if that's the best way to run a project like this, because then you don't have to worry about maintenance. You don't have to worry about management. You just have to worry about them making their mortgage payment to you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I thought about that, trying to think of every way I could go. But the reason I was looking for somebody else to come in with it is because I could renovate the bottom floor, which is wide open now. So, you would need to renovate that floor, and that's what most of the renovation money was figured for. I figured 10 on the roof if they do just a repair, 10 on the roof, and getting the 3 apartments ready to rent. And I could rent them out there pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then develop the bottom floor. If the reason I was going for the rental money, though, for the rental money is effectively that rental money would put me 3 more apartments on the ground floor.
And then you've got 6 units. What's your net cash flow? Do you know?
No, I figured it at 1,000 at the 6, so 6,000 a month. And of course, like I say, because I'm not up there, I'm going to have to do property management and
you were saying you think about 1,000 a month per unit.
yes,
I'm going to go off that 800 number just because
that's fine. It still makes it work.
Yep. So 800 times 6 times 12 with, hell, let's be really generous and do a 30% expense ratio. Maybe that covers a little bit of your debt service. That's still $40,000 a year in profit. Does that sound right?
Well, that's, the numbers, that's what the numbers made it work. But yeah. And the good thing about it is I still got a full basement that's open there too to do something with.
Is there zoning issues? Are you allowed to have 6 units? Do you know?
Yes, I've already checked that. It's zoned R2, I believe they said, which is multifamily.
Okay. R2 here in Florida is 4 or less units.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are. So I'd just double check that you can do 6 units. But even if you can only do 4.
Still.
Right. You could do on the first floor, I could do a larger, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. A big, a big apartment per se.
So with one rental, you'll be able to cover the payments, and then you'll have plenty for everything else. So it's like 8. What was it? What was the payments?
580.
580.
600. Yeah, 600, whatever you want. It's just a straight 5%. It's not even a compounding interest or anything. Just
And this building's vacant right now. He doesn't have any tenants in there.
right.
That's too bad.
Yeah. You can only get so good a deal there, McKenna.
Oh, I don't believe that, man. You can always get a really good deal of a lifetime.
Yeah. Well, I ain't got that, but it can't. I think it can really cash flow well, especially at the 6 units. And then, like I said, I've still got the basement underneath where it's a wide enough door to drive a car in to do something else with.
And I know you're looking for a partner. What kind of partnership are you thinking about doing, Bill?
Well, whatever's necessary. I really thought about, maybe just doing a hard money lender for the cost of the renovation
Yeah.
was what I had in mind. But I mean, I'm open to anything.
Okay. So you would do, hard money rates. I don't exactly know what they are in Ohio. Here in Florida, it's 2 and 12, 3 and 12, something like that. Is that what you were thinking? And then you get it rented and then refi out the hard money
Right.
and the seller
Right.
finance?
Refinance it out or yeah. I thought about doing the hard money lender. I don't know. I hadn't exactly figured out the percentage because I didn't know what the percentage would be.
Sure.
I mean, I got my house at 8% hard money lender. So, you're not gonna, in Florida, but I don't know about Ohio either.
Yeah. If I wonder if you'd have an issue having the second mortgage. I know Mike's watching, and Mike is very comfortable with second mortgages. Mike, what do you think about doing a second mortgage on a property like this? Bill, how do you feel about doing the renovation? Are you worried that being out of state on a big rental like this could be tough, or do you have contacts there, boots on the ground? How are you going to manage that?
Yeah, I've already got it. In fact, the guy I'm buying it from is an investor. He deals more in single family homes though, but he's already offered to be the boots on the ground there, and he knows some of the contractors, both roofing and just general contractors. And I've already got the contacts for them, and actually they're supposed to be there this week and give me the finalized numbers of what we're going to do.
Okay, so you're going to get real quotes before you ever have to put money down.
No, I bought the place. I mean, I
you already own it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got to do something.
You got to do something with it. Yep.
The good thing is I got till February 1st before I got a payment.
Okay. So you need to get a renter in their stat so they can cover your debt service.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Either, like I said, I'm either looking at, I would rather get somebody and do the whole renovation, but I can scrape enough together to do the renovation of the roof and the 3 units and get them rented out right away. I can come up with that money. And I'm just wondering whether that's the best thing to do and then bring in a partner on the rest of it or what. I don't know.
I mean, I would verify that you can actually build Jex units like McKenna said. If you can only build 4, you're still looking at great numbers. And then you probably don't even have to go find a partner if you can cover just making 1 more unit in the roof.
I would almost renovate in phases, right? Like do the work that gets it livable so you can get it rented, the units that are already there. Then,
that's what I was thinking too. Like I said, I can maybe not replace the new roof right now, but do the repairs and then renovate the 3 up there and have them rentable pretty quickly and pretty fairly. And I could actually do that without a partner, I think, depending on how the numbers come in.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what the quotes say.
Yeah.
But even, man, Bill, I think this is a heck of a deal. It's a good deal when I can think of 10 different ways you can do it and you make money doing all of them. I like doing the loan on this. If you can find someone that is okay with the second position mortgage, I think, I see someone like Mike Rusica who's here. I would think that he would want to see a cash flowing asset because then he can justify a higher valuation on the building, which gives him more equity protection. It gives him, something to go after. Whereas if he's taking a second on a vacant, rundown building in Ohio, he's maybe in, shit out of luck, up a creek with no paddle if the renovation goes south or something didn't happen. So that could be interesting, is maybe you do the first reno, get it rented, get the cash flow going, then you can have a valuation on the building of $200,000. Yeah, and Mike just says right there, never a second on a vacant ever. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. But if you had 3 units rented and you're making great money, then I think it's really easy to go get more money. You could probably even get bank money at that point because you have such a good asset.
Yeah. Well, and I wouldn't need 50 going in there either,
Mhm.
Yeah.
for the, cause I'm going to have the renos and, the roof and the 3 right away and it cash flows. I mean, I can't see any, unless, I'm figuring spending 15 or 20 there and then have it cash flowing.
How'd you find this, Bill? You were cold calling?
No, actually, I found it listed, not on Marketplace, but just on Facebook.
Nice.
There's a guy that, he's an investor too. He's got he does just single family stuff, but he buys a lot of them and I know that's where he got this one on a tax deal.
Okay. Yeah. So he out here in Ohio, I bet he bought it for $1,000.
Well,
Freaking
no,
Facebook.
the record shows 20, but
20?
I mean, yeah.
So
But,
that's
I mean-
great for him. I mean, people watching this, they might be like, why did this guy give Bill such a good deal? So he locked in 100% return on his money. He bought it for 20, sold it for 45. He got 5,000 down. That's a quarter of his money out of the project. And Bill's going to pay him interest. Bill's going to make payments for the next 5 years. It makes a lot of sense for him. It makes a lot of sense for Bill. That's awesome.
Mm.
Bill, if someone was interested in partnering with you on this deal, whether that's hard money or would you be open to equity partnerships too?
Yeah, possibly. I'm not, I'm not saying I think it would be better working together with somebody as long as, we got a relationship and can build it. I mean, we'd have to build it up on this situation, but yeah, I don't know what the numbers would be and I hadn't, researched in that.
I would almost guarantee, Bill, if you needed to go get 50 grand, you could partner with someone to give you the 50 for 50%. You do all the management, they put up the 50, and you guys split it 50-50. I almost guarantee that you could do that, but that's expensive to you. You're giving up 50% of equity on a very good asset. So the loan is a better deal mathematically for you. But the equity partnership might be easier to raise. Obviously, then you're not paying debt service again on a second. So there are some benefits to it. Bill, if someone wanted to reach out to you, and we might have lost Bill here again, and to Don. Man, I'm here alone talking to the void. Hope everyone's having a good night. Bill, if someone wanted to reach out to you, how could they talk to you about this deal?
Well, they can hit me up on school or, I mean, I can put well, no, I can't on here, not in StreamYard, but I can put in, I don't mind them having my number or anything. If
you want
interested.
to tell me your number, I'll put it here in the chat if you want to read it out.
Yeah. 863-260-3818.
863-260-3818. That's Bill
Yep.
Day, everybody. He's also on school. He's an Apex member. So, guys, you can reach him there. You got Bill's email coming in here as well. So, if you guys are interested, if you want more information, if you want to talk to Bill about this deal, again, none of this is financial advice. This is just me and Adon breaking down these deals, how we see it. Bill, I'm interested in doing something with you on this deal, but we need to figure out how to structure it.
Right.
So I think would be helpful for me, Bill, is if you told me what you want to do, and then we can figure out from there. But we don't have to do that right now if you want to think about it.
Yeah. Well, see, Mike Rusick has already hit me up here, but
Damn it.
but
Mike,
that's
on a deal.
notes in Ohio and nationwide. So I don't know what all that means either. So
Mike, you want to partner on this one? Let me know. I'll let you run point. But yeah, Bill, just think about what you want. I think you got a heck of a deal here. So I'm interested in doing something. And the price point's amazing. So
It's ridiculous.
Man, Adon, any other thoughts on this?
No, I should have bought it on Friday. Not told you guys anything.
I thought you was thinking about it, Don.
I was, but you sounded so excited to do it on your own. I was like, well, it seems like he's got a good deal. There's a lot more detail today than there was on Friday, so I think.
Oh yeah, I've learned more. I've learned more on the deal too.
Bill, have you thought about just selling it on to the next person? Because I bet you could make
wholesaling
30 grand, 40 grand.
I have, but that's not kind of what I went into it to start with. It was to build up some. And I'm not totally opposed to that either. I'm not going to say that I am, because I got $5,000 in it.
So
Yeah.
you want to build cash flow, right, Bill? Is that what?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm. But
cash flow?
and what I'm thinking is, run it for a couple of years and then refinance out at a much better price and take my money and go on to the next one.
Yep. I think that's what achieves your goals. So if your goal is cash flow, building net worth, building equity, you should hold on to this. I think you're totally spot on. Own this thing for 5 years. Once your mortgage is due.
Yeah, it's off. Yeah.
I mean, man, you just sell the thing on. And the way I'd sell it too, a great way to sell it, find someone else like you, get them to put 50,000 down, 60,000 down, you pay off your mortgage, you get a chunk of change, and now you own some debt on the building. I would charge more than 5% too. I like your triple nickel thing, but
Yeah.
on the back end, when you go to sell it, I think you should do triple dime or something like that.
Oh, I agree. And I asked the guy 3 times, "Are you sure?" No, he says, that's what I got. He said, I don't do, he does a bunch of single families around that area and, in a, I guess, 200 or 300 mile area. But he said, when I buy these things like this, and he said, I bought it because it was, let's be truthful, it was cheap,
Yeah.
20 grand for something like that. But he hasn't had it a long time, and he's, I was able to help him flip it, and he's able to help me have a lot of choices about which way I go. I'm just not sure.
I have some connections in Pittsburgh and in Steubenville down here. So neither of them are real estate investors, but they know a lot of people. So if you need your, whatever you're looking for, if you need some contacts, I'm happy to reach out to some people for you, see if I can help get you some local people.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
Well, guys, let's give it up for Bill and his deal and all the likes in the video, because the guy killed it today. He was one of the first to submit the deal the correct way. Look, we had photos, we had the deal analysis, and he wasn't there for like 40 minutes, but then he showed up. But it worked out anyway. So,
thank you guys for carrying the ball.
Let Bill know if you like his deal in the chat here. Give him some love. Let him know you like it. Bill, thanks so much, man.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the help.
Killing it, Bill. Keep looking.
Well, Robert hasn't popped in, guys. He's probably out there in the swamp, trapped, getting eaten by an alligator. So I think that's it for us tonight, Adon. Is that right?
I think so. I mean, I don't have a deal. We're looking at deals right now. I could talk about stuff I don't have under contract, but I hate doing that.
Yeah.
Because if I don't get it, then I get excited for nothing. So, unless you got a deal.
No, the only deal I have is the Connecticut deal, and I've got a couple people that I think are making commitments on that.
Fuck yeah.
So I don't need to keep shopping it, but if you hear me talking about it next week, maybe I'd still have room.
And this is, and talking about the Connecticut thing, McKenna has this deal already, and this is how you raise money all the time. Most people go out there and have a deal like Bill's, make one post about it, and expect magic things to happen. You can't expect that. If you're in Apex, you should be posting it on Apex every day until people get tired of you. You should be posting on the WhatsApp every day until people get tired of you, because you never know who's looking at what time, and they might show up. I like posting my stuff at 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's the first thing you see when you wake up on school. So I mean, it is just a hustle. You have to go after it.
Yep.
all
Well,
the
and you
time.
know what's interesting too? Something I've learned from doing this YouTube stuff, guys, and the social media stuff. I send out a million emails, and some of you are sitting here thinking, man, McKenna, you do send me too many damn emails. I get all of them. I have learned most people don't. Most people are in their email for a couple minutes a day. And if you're top of inbox, they see you. And if you're not top of inbox, they don't. If they're on school and they're on there for 7 minutes, maybe they see your post, maybe they don't. So while you might feel like, man, I've just been saying the same thing over and over and over again, most people haven't even seen it. So don't feel like you're bothering anybody by just saying the same thing over and over again. BK Breeze asked me, what am I looking for on the Connecticut deal? Me and Robert took out some hard money debt to close the deal. We already own it. It's already stabilized. So we're looking to pay off that debt, and we're selling some equity for it. So BK, if you're interested in that deal, reach out to me. I think you have me on WhatsApp. Is that right, BK? Let me know here.
Yes.
But yeah, we're selling some equity in order to pay back the debt. Well, let's keep going until BK Breeze answers us, Don.
Answer us, Bill. I mean, Brian.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. And he's so it's just to show you we will take any form of payment. He actually is invested in the deal with crypto. So it's pretty cool. So
yeah, BK, I'd take crypto on the Connecticut deal. Let me know.
There you go. Just don't send it to Robert's wallet. Send it to McKenna.
Send it to me. BK, and just send me a message on WhatsApp, and I'll get you all the info. Guys, everyone, have a good night. If you want to be on Shark Tank next week, there is a form in Apex. It's pinned to the top from Adon. You have to fill out the form. We had like 3 people tonight say, "Hey, McKenna, I want to be on it. I want to be on the Shark Tank. Let me come on." And I said, "Hey, you didn't fill out the form. You don't get to come on. These are the new rules." So, guys, if you're one of those people, go fill out the form. You can come on next week. Or if you want to be on and you didn't ask me, go fill out that form. We'd love to look at your deal. Any other announcements, Adon? I think that's it for me.
Fill out the form or die in the tank. That's all we can do.
Or the sharks are going to get you. Brandy, the form is pinned in Apex. I'll give you the link right here, Brandy.
Why don't we show them real quick? If you got it pulled up there, the screen.
Here it is.
Look.
So, guys, if we're here in Apex, it's Adon's first post right here, pinned to the top. Shark Tank sign up link. And then you can see Bill Day was having a little bit of trouble, but he got it in there. Also, guys, Apex 2.0. All of this is going to be moved to the classroom. We're going to completely redo how this looks. So starting in 21 days, if you're ever looking for anything, it's probably in the classroom. And then that way we don't have to rely on these pin posts as much. But Brandy, I'm going to give you this link here as well. Put it right in the chat. You just click that and it'll take you to school. Should pull up this form right here. Anybody else, if you want to come on next week and submit a deal, go right there and click it.
Yep. Well, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. This has been awesome. This has been probably the most smooth Shark Tank, even with the technical difficulties we've had. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like the video on the way out. Share it with a friend. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. Can I get a recording on AI?
Yes. Brandy, I can get it to you this
find
week.
this recording on YouTube. So
He's asking for the recording on the AI stuff that I gave at the Freedom Flippers live event. I was speaking to the event team, everybody. They told me that we'd have the recordings this week. I'm going to keep putting pressure on them.
yes. So all the VIPs for the Freedom Flippers, thank you for holding on. We're going to get that stuff to you. So, well, guys, thank you. This has been great. We're going to go on a search party to find Robert's flip-flop flipper mobile, see where it left him. So,
he's running out of battery.
Yep.
Oh,
the call ended like this. Hey, I don't have the cable charger for the car, for my phone, so my battery's at 8% and my car is at 10%. So I don't know where I'll end up.
And I don't have a place to stay.
And I don't have this to say. So we're sending out the police.
All right, I'm in it.
This is Emmanuel, and in just 3 weeks, he found the deal of a lifetime, negotiated an offer, got it accepted, found the EMD from a third party, me, and then found the buyer to sell it. Now, how did he do all of that? He's a member of the Flip Flop Flipper Apex community. And inside of Apex, he was able to find the buyer who's an operator. He was able to find someone who wanted to put up the money, and he's got the deal of a lifetime done, and is going to make $40,000 on his very first deal. So if that sounds good to you, and you want to be like Emmanuel, comment Apex, and I'll send you the link.